Welcome back. This is Chili Dares, and I'm back to another video. I'd like to welcome back all my subscribers and all my new viewers. This is the channel where we talk about my top stocks. If you're new, please click my subscribe button and click the notification bell. Well, it's Friday, and I'm pretty excited. It's the end of a big earnings week. So if we go to Earnings Whisper, you'll see that we had some good companies report this week. Next week, we got Palantir, Microsoft, Meta. This week, reported Google or Alphabet and Tesla. And next week, we have companies like Apple, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, and Palantir. Okay. But the big news is on yesterday, Google reported earnings. Really quickly, if we look at my top stocks today, Tesla was up 9%. SoFi was up 5%. Palantir was up 4.9. Nvidia was up 4.29, and Amazon shares were up 1.31. So it's a continuation of big tech rallying, positive news. Donald Trump.
It's 10 o'clock.
Donald Trump is in communication with President Xi as far as the tariffs. But as far as our earnings call, Alphabet had confirmed a lot of great information. Alphabet shares rise on stronger than expected revenue growth. Okay, so that was good. They went into the call thinking the revenue was going to be down, but they actually were up. Okay, Alphabet reported revenue of $90.23 billion, earning per share of the $2.81. The company shares rose as much as 4% on stronger than expected revenue, and Alphabet search and advertising units are still showing strong growth despite AI competition heating up. Okay, so this is President or CEO Sundar Pichai. And, Google's in a tough fight right now. They're dealing with DOJ as far as monopoly, accusations of Google or Alphabet being a monopoly because they have the Chrome browser, they have the Android device. They've got several products, the search, all that put together is somewhat being considered a monopoly. Okay, so they got the DOJ on Google. Also, they're in competition with AI. They have their new product, Gemini, but you got OpenAI, you got ChatGPT, you got Perplexity competing with Google and Alphabet. Okay, so they've had full control of their search environment, the advertising since the beginning, the early 2000s. And now we have other competitors with AI coming out with their own search algorithms. Okay, so this is huge. All right, so again, they did beat on revenue versus expected. Wall Street expected 89 billion, while they did 90 billion. In earnings per share, they did $2.81 per share versus $2.01 expected by Wall Street. Also, YouTube revenue was 8.93 billion versus the expected 8.97, and the global cloud revenue was 12.26 billion versus the 12.27 billion expected by Wall Street. Okay, so the numbers were a little off. Some area sectors they did very well as far as earnings per share. They blew those numbers away, and they revenue they blew that away too. But some areas they were a little weak on. Um, yeah, so it was just a better than expected earnings call led by Sundar Pichai, the CEO. Okay, so now let's go back to the news and see here on CNBC. The major indexes were up. The Dow was up 0.05. The S&P was up 0.74, and the Nasdaq rose today 1.26. Now, as far as my portfolio, uh, just one stock I want to talk about this week. ServiceNow shares were up a little over 21% this week. ServiceNow, one of the hottest stocks, they were up as much as 21% this week. Okay. Now, as far as the portfolio on today, the Robinhood was up 3.63. And I would imagine a big sector portion of that would have been Tesla. Okay. Elon Musk is returning to Tesla next week. He is going to release RoboTaxi in the Austin, Texas area in late July. And so that's exciting news. RoboTaxi coming to a state near you, Texas, set to kick off sometime in July or late June. And Elon Musk will be at the helm. Okay. So exciting news as far as we know. RoboTaxi coming online in the next couple of weeks in June or July. And that's going to be exciting. Okay. So, again, Tesla surprising investors today, shares up over 9%. Looks here like they're showing as much as 19%. Okay. So, Tesla, very excited about the guidance moving forward. Also, with Elon Musk taking a heavier position in the company as he winds up his Doge duties in Washington. All right, so that is the latest. Tesla shares up 9.77%. Again, there's a lot of positive outlook. There's not necessarily on the automotive side, but the perspective, if he can execute on RoboTaxi, you're talking about $1,000 per share possibility. Okay. So right now, shares trading right at $285, up from $226 just last week, from a low of $226 up to $285 this week. That is powerful. Okay. So you're talking about 18% gain over the last week. Okay. Probably more than that, but just within a week, up over 20% higher. All right, so that's the news there. And lastly, let's go to my Charles Schwab. Um, Again, the top stock was Tesla. Tesla shares were up 9.8% for a gain of $1,100. SoFi up 4.63. Palantir Technology, the data analytics company, is charging back to $110 per share. They're up 4% after they were up over 4% yesterday. Nvidia shares coming back into the hundreds. Again, they are up 4% as well. And Alphabet shares up today after a good earnings call. They're at 1.68%. Again, remember Alphabet, they do have the Waymo product coming out. This is their version of self-driving. So Waymo is coming to the Atlanta and the Miami, Florida area in the next coming months. Okay. So Alphabet, subcategory or a sub company, the parent company Alphabet, Waymo, will be releasing their form of RoboTaxi. Okay. Right now it's running in San Francisco and is soon to be running in Atlanta and Miami this summer. All right. So that's good news for big tech today. Big tech up today. Tesla leading the way up 9%. And again, we know Elon Musk is back in the saddle. Okay. He is headed back to Austin, Texas, the headquarters to lead Tesla into a better position. All right. So I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, share, and I hope to see you on the next video.